Sunday.
SportsCenter with Jay and Dan. No Jay, he's on holidays. We'll see him in the new year. So Kayla's here this week as we brought the presents, we brought the plans.
And you brought the Kayla. With poinsettias. Poinsettias. Okay, moving along. NFL Sunday. Big game. Super Bowl preview. Drew Brees up against Patrick Mahomes. Brees fractured lung, ribs, or punctured lung. Fractured ribs. A hot mess. But guess what? He said, listen, I'm going to show up anyways.
Yeah. Now, if it was a fractured lung, I think you're in real trouble.
Run the pack.
It's 41-year-old Drew Brees returning after missing 4 games with those injuries that kills. Hey, looks fine.
No matter how long you play,
Playing the Chiefs. Saints' second possession of the game. Brees is picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. Now, not to be confused with Cyril Sneer. That's Sneed, not Sneer. Brees throwing his 4th interception through his 10 starts this season. He started the game 0 for 6 for the first time in his 20-year career. Patty Mahomes finds Tyreek Hill at the front of the end zone. Hill's NFL-leading 15th touchdown reception of the year. After the play, Hill is sipping on an interesting-looking little bottle. Tony Romo and Jim Nantz.
I don't know what that drink is there, but I've had it.
You've had that on an airline a time or two, haven't you?
I tell you, Tyreek's getting doing a little early, but Christmas eggnog maybe.
For real, it was pickle juice because it helps with dehydration.
I don't look like no pickle juice.
9 seconds of the half. Saints punting the ball away. Demarcus Robinson elects to return it. He's forced backwards before having the ball punched loose. Oh, no. Alex Anzalone looking to jump on. Oh, pushes it back in the end zone. Should have been an easy game-time touchdown. Instead, it's botched by the Saints linebacker and ruled a safety.
Oh, my goodness.
Third quarter, KC down 1. 2nd and goal. Mahomes to McCole Hardman while falling backwards, as Mahomes tends to do. Mahomes' 36th touchdown pass of the season. KC regains the lead.
We're going to see, but can you believe it?
In the 4th, Mahomes crushed by a pair of Saints defenders. They jar the ball loose, but how is Mahomes? Because he was visibly shaken up after getting sandwiched by a pair of linemen. He was actually okay. KC improves to 13-1 as they win their 9th straight.
I still have a little ways to go. I'll be honest. I think there's some things that I'm still kind of working on, but it is what it is.
Are you 100%?
No.
I've met him over the years, just got different things, and he spoke advice to me. And so for me, just showing him the ultimate respect. I mean, he's one of the best to ever do it. And he's still doing it at a high level.
All right, Jets-Rams, 0-13 Jets, might I add. LA favored by 17 points coming into this one. That's the most they've been favored in a game since 2001. First quarter, Sam Darnold playing in his home state, and Darnold hooks up with Ty Johnson. Johnson's going to take it, and he's in for the 18-yard score. Now, surprisingly, that's New York's 8th straight game scoring on their opening drive. Second quarter, now 10-0 Jets. Jared Goff rolls out. But Bryce Hall's got other plans. Jumps the route for the interception. Nice one-handed grab, too. He returns it to the Rams 20. That is going to lead to a field goal. The Jets lead 13-3 at the break. Fourth quarter. Jets lead now just to 3. Rams decided to go for it on 4th and 4. The disrespect. Instead of trying the 55-yard field goal to tie it. Goff sees the one-on-one coverage downfield. He goes for it. Marcus May says, nah. Breaks up the catch. Game-saving play from the Jets safety. The Jets win their first game of the year and avoid becoming the 6th team in the Super Bowl era to start 0-14. Guess what, y'all? They put their chances at that #1 pick in jeopardy. All right, so the Jets become just the 3rd team that was 0-13 to defeat a team with a winning record in the NFL after they took down the 9-4 Rams. The other 2 teams, the Colts in 2011 when they beat the 7-6 Titans. New York, though, gets their first W after losing to the Seahawks last week by a score of 42-3.
Now to the big news from Sunday. The NHL is finally ready to return, for real, It's officially official. Hockey will be played in 2021 as the NHL and the Players Association have agreed to a 56-game season, and yes, it will start January 13th. There's going to be 4 divisions, and all 7 Canadian teams are in the North Division. Formal training camps begin January 3rd. The 7 teams that did not participate in last season's playoffs are eligible to open training camps as early as December 31st. There will be no preseason games. They're going to jump right into the regular season.
Well, we knew it was coming. $100 million man Carson Wentz in all of his feelings. A source connected to the team telling ESPN Wentz is not interested in staying with the Eagles if things stay as is, and that is with Jalen Hurts at center. Well, is he interested in winning? Because, yes, winning the NFC East is a long shot, but Hurts bringing some life and some order back to Philadelphia's offense. And perhaps that's why Doug Peterson decided to go with him again against Arizona. So Hurts starting over Carson Wentz for a second straight week, taking on another former Oklahoma quarterback, Kyler Murray. And it's going to be Murray who strikes first. Opening quarter, Murray. Just going to take this in on my own. Thank you so much. Murray's 11th rushing TD of the season ties Cam Newton for most among quarterbacks in 2020, the 3rd most overall. Second quarter we go, Murray. Going to get Larry Fitzgerald involved. Hooks up with him for his first touchdown of the season. Murray setting a single-season NFL record with his 9th game with a passing and rushing TD. Cardinals up 6 at the half. Third quarter, Eagles on the drive. Well, there you have it. Hurts with his first career rushing TD. His 169 rush yards are the 4th most by a quarterback through their first 2 starts in NFL history. This thing all tied up. Fourth quarter, Murray on the move. Murray passed for a career-high 406 yards with 3 touchdowns. 3rd game in NFL history where both quarterbacks had 3 pass TDs and a rush TD. Cards take it 33-26. Here's Jalen Hurts on his performance.
Left money on the table, missed opportunities and self-inflicted wounds. And I could care less to hear any of the young stuff, second start stuff, rookie stuff. You know, we have a standard we want to play to. I personally have a standard I want to play to, and you just got to find a way to get it done.
Love to win, especially in the NFL. You know, it's not easy to do this. So, you know, I thought he played well. Like I said, you know, he led his team down the field, and they were in the game. So he did what he could do.
Bucs and Falcons, Matt Ryan's thrown 8 interceptions in his last 6 games, including a season-high 3 last week. First half, Ryan actually completed all 6 passes on his first drive. It's Calvin Ridley for a big game. Russell Gage in the end zone. That opens the score. Falcons up 7 in the second. Atlanta in the red zone. Ryan again to Ridley. And does he tap him? Sure did. Matty Ice has never beaten Tom Brady in his career. 0-5. Atlanta up 17-0 at the break. This one's in the bag. Wait, third quarter. Here come Brady and the Bucs. 1st and 10. Spots Mike Evans. This looks like it's going to be a touchdown. Stopped at the 1. Bucs punched it in on the very next play. Same quarter. Brady to Rob Gronkowski. That's good for a first down. And then Leonard Fournette, touchdown from the 1. Brady struggled in the first half, but 188 yards in the third quarter alone to bring the Bucs within a field goal. Last time Brady overcame at least a 17-point deficit to the Falcons was in Super Bowl 51. Fourth quarter, Tom Brady.
4-man rush. Brady airing it out, going deep. He's got it to Antonio Brown. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Our friend Kevin Burkhardt on the call for Fox. Brady connects with Antonio Brown for the go-ahead score. Brown's first touchdown with the Bucs. Brady with his 7th career win when trailing by 17-plus points, tying Peyton Manning and Phillip Rivers for most by a starting quarterback all time. As the Bucs beat the Falcons and now have a 99% chance of making the playoffs. Still to come. Patriots haven't missed the playoffs in 12 years. Will they keep their hopes alive? Taking on the Dolphins? Find out. Next.
and Dolphins. Tua Tagovailoa trying to become the first rookie quarterback to beat Bill Belichick and the Pats since 2013. You know who did the last time? That was Geno Smith. New England needing a win here to stay alive in the playoff race. Let's start this first quarter. 3rd and goal. Tagovailoa picked off. And that's the first red zone turnover of Tua's young career. The Dolphins shut out in the first half. But bad news for the Patriots, though. Stephon Gilmore blows a tire here, and watch, because he immediately grabs his leg. The reigning defensive player of the year would be helped off the field, and he would not return. Let's jump to the fort. Tua, another 3rd and goal situation here. And this time he's like, yep, I'm going to keep this. Scores. First of 2 rushing TDs. The Pats would allow a season-worst 250 yards on the ground. Dolphins, they're going to go for 2. And watch, because they run the hook and ladder to perfection. Miami score all 22 of their points in the second half as New England, they missed the playoffs for the first time in 12 years. Check on your Pats friends. Check on your Pats fans, friends.
Bears and Vikings, both teams entered with a record of 6-7, sitting 1 game back of Zona for the final NFC wild card spot. First quarter, Mitch Trubisky under pressure. Just lobs to Darnell Mooney.
And throwing again, but the pressure is on.
And
he dumps it off.
Wide open. In for the score. Trubisky had won 4 straight against Minnesota entering this one. Chicago up 3 in the 3rd. Trubisky hands off to David Montgomery. Right through the Vikings defense touchdown. Montgomery's 2nd of the game. Part of his career high 146 rushing yards on the day. Lead is back to 10. After a late Vikings touchdown, 10 seconds left in the game. Justin Jefferson reels this in at the sideline. Clutch catch helps Jefferson pass Randy Moss for the most rookie receptions in franchise history. 7 seconds to go. Kirk Cousins looking for the Hail Mary and the win. Instead, gets neither to work out. Intercepted. Chicago keep themselves in the playoff hunt.
Okay, Seahawks, Washington. With a win, the Seahawks can clinch a playoff berth. Second quarter, Russell Wilson airs it out for DK Metcalf, but the pass is overthrown. Now, scary moment for Seahawks fans because Metcalf appears to overextend his leg on the play. He was slow to get up, holding his calf, but he would remain in the game. Next Seahawks drive, Wilson gonna keep, and he's gonna take. And that good for a gain of 38 yards, the longest run by a Seahawk this season. A few plays later, Wilson gonna get Jacob Hollister involved for the score. His 37th passing touchdown of the season. Only Aaron Rodgers has more. Seattle up by 10 at the half. Third quarter. Carlos Hyde finds an opening, and he takes it 50 yards to the house. The longest TD run of his career. Seahawks clinch a playoff berth for the 8th time in 9 years as they take it 20-15, the final.
And what about this story that played out all weekend? Tiger Woods and his 11-year-old son Charlie side by side at the PNC Championship, which led to this text from my brother Vince. I don't watch a lot of golf, but I'm pretty sure Charlie Woods is a better golfer than anyone I know. It's the final round, the PNC Championship. Tiger, his son, sporting, yeah, of course you have to wear Dad's traditional Sunday
red.
Start of the day, 4 shots back. Charlie, birdie attempt on 10.
Good putt. Good putt. Good putt. Well done.
Of course he's got the fist pump.
I love this.
The 2 are 14 under for the week. Team Woods going with a father-son caddy team and Joe and little Joe LaCava, par 5 14th. Charlie teeing it up before Tiger. The strategy's worked before. Clears the bunker, finds the fairway. The 11-year-old, the youngest player, by the way, to ever play in this event. Charlie giving Pops the thumbs up. Gets a fist bump from Joe Jr. After Charlie's putt missed, Tiger with a chance to drain the team's 2nd eagle of the day. And Charlie points to his old man as the ball drops. Team Woods gets to 17 under. Father and son making their way to the 18th green after a very special week. Their competitive debut is Team Woods. Charlie looking to tap in one last birdie as the duo posts back-to-back rounds of 62. Got it. To finish 20 under, just 5 shots back in their tournament debut. Tiger, how was this experience for you?
I don't think words can describe it. Just the fact that we were able to have this experience together, Charlie and I, and it's memories for a lifetime. I'm just so proud of what he's done and what we did as a team. When it comes right down to it, it's just he and I, we get into our little world, and we did that. And just to have, you know, Big Joe and little Joe in the bag, it just kept our little world exactly like how we planned it, our little world.
Okay, final round of the LPGA season-ending CME Group Tour Championship. Brooke Henderson had a string of 4 birdies in a row on the back 9, including this long-distance putt on 12. She shot 1 under on the day, ending her round with this long birdie on 18 and finished the tourney at 10 under. The day, though, belonged to Gin Ko. Her tee shot on the 16th.
That was the plan.
Lands a few feet from the hole. She would go on to make her 4th birdie in her last 5 holes, and the world's #1 player, ending her round in style, draining a long birdie putt on 18. A 5-shot victory for Ko.
Player in the
her
world
7th
is
career
#1 at the
LPGA
end of
Tour
4
win.
days here at the CME Group Tour Championship.
Okay, let's do this.
No. I don't like the walk.
Why not?
Because at some point, Dan, I'm going to fall. That's why I don't like the walk.
Why, have you never walked before?
I'm a sneaker girl, so these heels are just a lot of a lot, okay?
Okay. The clock is sponsored by Producer Tim's Christmas Vacation. Producer Tim, he's off this week, but he wrapped all these presents, which is very nice of him.
Beautifully
done. The college football playoff bracket is set. Alabama comes in as the #1 seed. They're going to take on #4 Notre Dame in the Rose Bowl. Crimson Tide have been ranked first since the initial playoff rankings came out on November 24th. Clemson plays Ohio State in the Sugar Bowl. That game's going to feature arguably the top 2 picks in the 2021 NFL Draft, with Trevor Lawrence and Justin Fields squaring off. Both semifinal matchups are set for New Year's Day. 5 teams finished undefeated: Alabama, Ohio State, Cincinnati, Coastal Carolina, and San Jose.
Have you ever seen a live shot of those rooms where they do the rankings?
I don't think I have.
Everybody, go home and look it up. It's a party you do not want to be a part of.
Oh.
Was something to behold. Okay, due to the extended quarantine period for Sweden and Germany, the World Junior Championship Executive Committee revised the pre-tournament schedule. So that means we have a pair of games going Tuesday with Switzerland taking on Austria, followed by Finland facing the United States. Then Wednesday, Canada takes on Russia in Game 1, with Slovakia taking on Czech Republic in the second game. All right, and then Canada was initially supposed to play 11 pre-tournament games overall, including 2 pre-tourney games, 6 youth sports games, and 3 scrimmages. That number is now down to 5, with all 6 youth sports games and now 1 pre-tournament game canceled. Boxing Day, 5:30 Eastern Time. We will see you then.
The Raptors announced the signing of Paul Watson Jr. to an NBA contract on Sunday. Watson was on a 2-week contract entering the season, played in 30 games with the 905 last season, had a career-high 22 points in last season's finale with the Raptors.
It's a blessing to get this opportunity. I'm very grateful for it, and I'm just ready to continue to work and get this thing rolling and just ready to go hard. Great competition, but just being able to go in there and get that news, it was a sigh of relief, and I got to call my family, and that was great, and be able to see their reaction. So it was a good moment.
I don't know how they turn off the emotion like that, because that phone call with friends and family.
Oh, yeah.
Going off.
But you love to see it. Someone that has worked really hard to get to this point and finally getting his due and his money.
The Raptors kick off their regular season schedule against the Pelicans, and we're going to have it right here for you on TSN Wednesday. It's Raptors basketball. Raptors basketball Wednesday, 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific.
Little beat. All right, still with the NBA. Rudy Gobert has signed a 5-year, $205 million contract extension. You heard that with the Jazz. It's the largest deal for a center in league history. The two-time Defensive Player of the Year has been instrumental in the franchise's recent success. Gobert averaged over 15 points, 13.5 boards, and 2 blocks per game last season. Over in L.A., Kyle Kuzma has agreed to a 3-year, $40 million extension with the Lakers. In his first 3 seasons, he averaged 16 points, 5.5 rebounds a game, and not to mention, he is an NBA champion already. So everyone that talked their talk, kiss the ring.
And Rudy Gobert, the man who changed the world.
Yeah, I know.
The world stopped.
I was with you that day.
When he touched all the microphones, and then that night, everything started getting canceled.
Well, I'm sure he learned his lesson, and, you know, things turn around for him.
Time for the Jannies. Oh, boy. The Jannies on Sundays after a full slate of games are spectacular. Derrick Henry, stiff arm. Derrick Henry, 6'3", 247 pounds. This is what happens when he runs into you.
Nope. Final seconds of regulation. Dallas up by 14. Game all but over. San Fran decides to just go with the Hail Mary. C.J. Beathard, 49-yard toss-up to Kendrick Bourne on the final play. Dallas still wins, but what a great grab by San Fran.
Eagles Cards tied at 26. Kyler Murray. Perfect pass on DeAndre Hopkins, who was covered well in the end zone where he caught the Hail Mary against the Bills. Beautiful catch here.
All right, Jags, Ravens, Des Bryant with his first touchdown since December 10th of 2017. He immediately celebrated, of course, with that signature X, crossing both arms in front of him. Again, a span of 1,106 days. There it is.
Northwestern, number 4, Michigan State, Aaron Henry. Oh, boy. Northwestern with its first win against a top 5 opponent since 1979. Wait, I'm saying like that was eternity
You were
ago.
alive then, Dan.
I was born before that.
Oh, that was Mahomes scrambling. Makes this insane pass to hook up with McCole Hardman. Wow. Maybe a Janny would be. Dan realizes how old he is.
Great tribute to his grandmother by Salman Ahmed. Grandmother's in hospital, promised her that he'd have a big game. He delivered, vowed to rush for 100 yards. He did. Gained 122 yards on 23 carries.
Running plays for Miami.
That's awesome. All right, Xavier Marquette. Guard Adam Kunkel, transfer from Belmont, who entered the day, averaging his 3 points per game, hits this incredible step-back three-pointer as time expired to lift Xavier to a 3-point win. Okay, don't go anywhere. We've got your highlight of the night next.
First play of the day comes from the Chiefs Saints. Linebacker Craig Robertson forces a fumble against Chiefs punt returner Demarcus Robinson. And then chaos ensues. The ball gets punched loose. And then it bounces off. And okay, it's out of the end zone. Squirts away over the end line. Drew Brees thinks New Orleans has the points, but he's mistaken. That's the worst play of the day. Yeah, you had a few looks at that to see what the heck happened.
Oh, gosh,
you blew
here we
it.
go. Tell me.
You said Drew Brees had a fractured lung. You said Cordy instead of quarter. I said Dolphins instead of Dolphins. I said the new 4K camera was called the Megalodon. It's actually called...
Listen, we're coming up with nicknames. Who cares?
Yeah.
That's just nitpicking. Come on, y'all.
And I blew it. I said VRA instead of VAR in the soccer pack.
I mean, you said a couple of versions of it. VRA, VAR, VPA. You were a mess.
We'll be better tomorrow.
I mean, you would look like a whole leprechaun. I just hope you know.
I've been called that many